Hello, this is Next Level Thinking Book Review. This is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Here are some of the concepts before you begin into what you need to actually do. Napoleon Hill introduced one of his main concepts is burning desire, and this is best told in a story that he wrote. There was a story of a general who was about to send his army out toward a powerful foe who outnumbered his forces. He sailed to a foreign country, and then as they arrived on land, he ordered his men to burn the ships. He said, "We cannot leave these shores until we win. We have no other choice. We will win or we will perish." They won. And every person must be willing to burn their ships and cut off retreat. Only by doing so can one be sure of maintaining a burning desire to win, essential for success. Autosuggestion and magnetism. By repeating a statement, you will come to believe it. Thoughts in people's minds make up their actions. Thoughts that are mixed with emotions attract similar thoughts from the universe. Autosuggestion and magnetism continue. You may attract vibrations, which is basically events, ideas, peoples from the universe that harmonize with what dominates your mind. This can be positive or negative. Telling yourself positive statements with emotions and faith that they will work will attract positive vibrations. An example is day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. In the value persistence. If you have ever experienced a nightmare, you can value persistence. You can't move. You must begin to regain control of your body slowly from moving your fingers and extending your arms. Then, with one supreme effort of will, you gain control of your body and snap out of the nightmare. Two forms of imagination. Synthetic. The synthetic form of imagination is for the arrangement of old concepts, ideas, plans into new combinations. When it is not possible to achieve a goal with this form of imagination, it requires the use of creative imagination. Two forms of imagination. Creative. This is used when synthetic imagination is not possible to achieve the goal. The limited knowledge of the mind has access to the infinite intelligence through creative imagination. Ideas and inspirations are received from the creative imagination. Fear attracts negativity. A person whose mind is filled with fear destroys intelligent action. Your fear will cause others to be fearful and lack courage. If you are fearful of an event, person, object, it is more likely to occur/appear. Three major fears. Criticism. Criticism creates fear and does not build love or affection. Often friends and family are the worst offenders. It is best to use constructive suggestion rather than criticism. It is cured by not worrying about what others think. Symptoms of criticism. Self-consciousness, nervousness, awkward movement of limbs, shifting of eyes, lack of voice control and memory. Personality, indecisive, no charisma, can't express personal opinion, sidestepping issues, agreeing with others fondly. Inferiority complex, acting grandiose to feel superior to others, such as using big words, boasting of imaginary achievements, and expensive clothes. Extravagance, spending beyond your income in order to have materials others possess. Lack of initiative, not capitalizing on opportunities, hesitancy of speech, and laziness. Lack of ambition, accepting defeat, quitting when opposed by others, no desire to succeed. Three major fears. Poverty grew out of man's tendency to prey upon others economically. Belief a man is worth less than nothing if they are not financially rich and the rich are worshipped. Brings suffering and humility. Cure by gaining along whatever wealth you can accumulate without worry. Symptoms of the fear of poverty. Indifference. Willing to tolerate poverty and acceptance of whatever life has to offer, bad or good. Indecision. Having others do all the thinking and staying neutral in all situations. Doubt. Excuses to cover up, explain away, or apologize for failure. Worry. Use of alcohol and drugs, laughless self-reliance, self-consciousness, negative facial expressions. Overcaution. Looking at the negative side of everything, thinking of failure instead of the means of succeeding, pessimism, waiting for the right time. Procrastination. Putting things off until later, creating excuses for lack of action, planning planning what to do if overtaken by failure instead of having burning desire, expecting poverty instead of demanding riches, associating with people who accept poverty instead of those who demand and receive riches. 3 major fears. Fear of death, created by priests in order to profit from the curiosity of afterlife. Nobody knows for certain what happens after death. Cured by having a burning desire backed by service to others. Cured by accepting it and understanding what life is, that life is energy. When we die, we will transfer into a new form of energy, according to the law of conservation of energy, or it will be a long sleep. Symptoms of fear of death, thinking about death instead of making the most of life. Busy and successful people do not have time to think of death, and their life is too thrilling to worry about death. Ill health, safe jobs, poverty, insanity, and religious fanaticism. Telepathy. Thoughts pass from one mind to another, both positive and negative emotions or thoughts. Destructive emotions develop a negative personality which repels people and creates enemies. A person who releases negative thoughts on others also embed those thoughts into their subconscious. A thought is never through once it is released. It spreads to all minds and the universe. This is what you must do. The 6 steps. Go to a quiet room at night where you won't be distracted and interrupted. Bed is the best place according to Hill. Close your eyes and repeat the exact dollar amount you want, such as $50,000. What the service or product you will be giving in return for the service. 3. Set the exact date you will possess the money, for example, 5/5/2019. See yourself in the possession while giving the service or selling the product. Demand and expect your subconscious mind will hand over you the plan. Be alert of the plan, and when it does, put them into action immediately, which is through creative imagination, as in the previous slide. Then create a definite plan using synthetic imagination. Write out the first 4 steps. Read the statement aloud before sleeping and after waking up. Say this statement with all your emotions and have faith that it will work. As you read, see, and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. Mastermind group. A group of any size that will be a positive influence, encourage you to think for yourself, and will assist you in your goals and definite chief aim. Make sure your plans are checked by and approved by the mastermind group. If the plan doesn't work, keep making new ones. Remember, it only takes one successful plan. Tell possible members that the advantages of being in the mastermind. Nobody will work forever without compensation, at least not an intelligent person, but this does not have to always be money. Meet with your mastermind group at least twice a week. Have perfect harmony between every member of the group, no bickering. How to lead a mastermind group. Know that the most great leaders or followers are, or still are, they become leaders by being intelligent followers. Intelligent followers can gain information from their leaders, even knowledge to become a leader. Major attributes of leadership. Courage. No leader wants to be dominated by a cowardly leader. Self-control. A man who cannot control themselves cannot control others. Self-control sets a great example for followers which they will replicate. Justice. Necessary for command and respect of followers. Decisiveness. A person who wavers their decisions can't be sure of themselves and can't lead others. Major attributes of leadership continued. Definiteness of plans. A successful leader must plan and work out their plans. A leader with no plans or by guessing is like a ship with no rudder, doing more than what is paid for. A penalty of leadership is the necessity of willingness to do more than what requires of their followers. Pleasant personality. No negligent and careless person can be a successful leader. Sympathetic. A successful leader must understand their followers and their problems. Willingness to assume full responsibility. Assumes the responsibility for the mistakes and shortcomings of followers. If the leader shifts responsibility on followers, they will no longer be a leader. If a follower fails, it is the leader that failed. Cooperativeness. A leader must be great to get along with members. Ability to get others to perform. Able to live in many places, and able to be in many places, and increase the efficiency of followers' work and have a magnetic personality. Failure in leadership. expectation of pay for what you know instead of what you do with what you know. Fear of competition from followers. This able leader trains the able leader trains his followers in the details of being a leader. Failure in leadership. Selfishness. The leader who claims honor for his work is met with resentment. A great leader claims none of the honors. He knows that his followers work hard if they are honored. Intemperance. Followers do not respect a leader who indulges excessively in vices. Authoritarian leadership. A true leader leads by encouragement, not by instilling fear into his followers. Emphasis on title. A good leader requires no title. A person who cares too much for a title has little else. The doors to leader are open and their working quarters are free from formality or ostentation. The power of the mastermind. A group of working batteries provides more energy in total than if each battery was working individually. This is also true for man. When a group is working together, the energy of the group becomes available to every individual. Remove negative influences. Remove negative people from your life. Replace negative emotions with positive. You can't be happy and sad at the same time. Recognize that negative influences work in the subconscious mind and are difficult to detect. Steps to develop persistence. A definite purpose backed by burning desire. A definite plan expressed by continuous action. A mind closed from negative influence. A mastermind group of one or more that will follow with both your plan and purpose. The imaginary council consists of 2 or more people. Addresses each council member aloud nightly or when you have a difficult problem. Can be used to gain characteristics of members using autosuggestion. Napoleon Hill says he has gained intuition from these meetings that has helped his plans and definite purpose. He says that he was approached one night after stopping the meetings by one of his members, Abe Lincoln, who he told that he needed Hill to continue on his work on the book, or the world would undergo chaos, and if not, he would be reduced to a primal state and have to retrace his previous cycles of thousands of years, which is almost to suggest that he would have to repeat his life over and over again, or previous lives. When Hill returned to the meetings, Lincoln said, "Welcome back." Example: Mr. Lincoln, I desire to build in you my own character, the keen sense of justice, the untiring spirit of patience, the sense of humor, the human understanding, and the tolerance which were your distinguishing characteristics. Self-confidence for you. This is the simplified version. I have the ability to achieve my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand myself a persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. I recognize the domination of my thoughts will cause them to express itself into reality. I will concentrate 30 minutes daily on thinking of the person I want to become. I know through autosuggestion, any desire I persistently hold in my mind will help me achieve my goals and definite purpose. I have clearly written down my definite chief aim in my life, and I will never stop trying. No wealth or possession can endure unless it is truthful and justly acquired. I won't engage in a transaction that doesn't benefit all involved. I will have others serve me because I serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all of humanity. I know a negative attitude towards others can never bring me a success. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them. I will sign my name to this formula, memorize it, and repeat it out loud daily with full faith that it will gradually influence thoughts and actions so I'll become a successful person. Sexual transmutation. Refrain from any sexual activity except if it is part of your plan or it is for love, not pleasure. You will transfer sexual energy into creative energy. Have a partner that loves you and is a positive influence in your life. They would also make a great person for your mastermind group. This is a miscellaneous what you must do, according to the book. Have a quitter never wins and a winner never quits on a piece of paper and place it where you will see it every night and every morning. Read chapter 14 every month, and this is the chapter on autosuggestion, so it helps you build the idea of autosuggestion into your mind, and read the book at least 3 times. This has been Next Level Thinking Book Reviews for Napoleon Hill, How to Think and Grow Rich.